haven't killed anyone in weeks. Not a big job market out there for serial killers anymore. God, I remember the good old days. Bundy, Gacy, Manson, you know, we all hung out, but times change. So I got a lucrative gig on YouTube, reviewing. Today we'll start by reviewing Silent Hill. No, not the games, those are awesome. The movie. The movie was awful. Seriously. Creepy little monster babies are nothing compared to the psychological warfare waged in Silent Hill series. Silent Hill is a manifestation of the mind, not just some burned up place full of ghosts. I mean, even Pyramid Head, what the hell was he doing there? Seriously. Pyramid Head was a representation of James' repressed sexual angst. But he shows up for this girl. Is she a repressed sexual angst too that feels like she has to kill her ex? I don't think so. Just too out there, and not nearly creepy enough. Nothing like pulling off a key off your dead body in the game compares to, a woman having her skin ripped off by a monster, which we've seen like thousands of times in other horror movies. Now that we've got Silent Hill out of the way, let's talk about games. And by games, I mean Rule of Rose. Not many of you people have played Rule of Rose. It's for the PlayStation 2, made by Atlas, and it's a game where you play a 19-year-old, that's a rough estimate, girl in 1930s London who ends up going to a mansion and being tormented by a group of children, mostly young girls between the ages of 12 to 17. 15 probably, okay, that's a better rough estimate. And it's all the girls, the older girl, the main character who you play, is always getting pushed around and bullied by these young girls. And there's lots of lesbians and psychotic little creatures, and quite frankly, I'd recommend it to anyone. Next, I'll be reviewing a Japanese horror movie, and that would be Attack Girls Swim Team vs. the Undead. This movie is crazy. I'm assuming you like horror movies, if you're watching this. If you have the will to watch a horror movie with your mom, I'd recommend sticking with things like, you know, Shutter, Ju-On, even American horror movies. But don't watch Attack Girls Swim Team vs. the Undead. Chances are, if you're watching it, it's because it has Girls Swim Team in it, and you want to see girls in swimsuits. There is much more. There is women having sex with women, female masturbation, which you see on camera. Yes. No, you do not see any vaginas on the camera, but you actually do see the hand going into the underpants. You also see a man playing a flute to make a woman aroused, as well as psychotic twins, and all sorts of crazy zombies, including chainsaw-wielding, intestines-wearing zombies. Quite frankly, the movie is good if you're a crazy person. I am a crazy person, so I think it's wonderful. But some of you out there aren't crazy, so I'd recommend you only watch it in the privacy of your own bedroom, with the door locked and the sound turned down. But, you know, if you want to give it a try, that's always good. Now, let's see. Do I have time for much more? Well, I think I have time for one more. Clock Tower 3. Clock Tower 3 is a game full of psychopathic serial killers and a girl whose biggest weapon against them, until she's able to fight in boss battles, is throwing holy water and hiding. Yes, it sounds lame, but it is awesome. Not as awesome as Rule of Rose, but it is awesome nonetheless. I would recommend renting Clock Tower or buying Clock Tower. I don't think there's any places that really rent games anymore. But buy Clock Tower, buy Rule of Rose. That's about all we have time for. This is Mr. X wrapping it up, saying, I'll kill you later.